Hello everyone, welcome back. Breaking news. Tonight we bring you a major escalation in the Middle East. Israel is on full alert after Iran launched a massive missile barrage, and the renowned Iron Dome air defense system has been working overtime. We've got the latest, the analysis, and what this could mean moving forward. Let's dive right in. Imagine going about your morning routine when suddenly air raid sirens pierce the sky, the ground shakes, and the missiles begin to rain. That's exactly what many Israelis experienced in the early hours of recent days as Iran launched an unprecedented wave of ballistic missiles toward Israel. The Iron Dome and allied systems scrambled. The question now, can Israel shield all day, or is a bigger conflict looming? Here's the sequence of events as best as we know. In early June 2025, Israel carried out airstrikes on Iranian military and nuclear-related sites. Iran responded. On June 13, 2025, Iran launched a large salvo of ballistic missiles, as some estimates say over 158 directed at Israeli territory. According to the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, Iran fired around 370 ballistic missiles since the start of the conflict. Air raid sirens sounded over Tel Aviv, Haifa and other populated centers. Israel's multi-layer air defense, including Iron Dome, Sling and Arrow systems, were activated. The conflict has caused casualties, damaged buildings, and shaken the sense of security inside Israel. Iran, specifically through its armed forces and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, has been steadily building a ballistic missile capability for years. Some of the missiles reportedly launch from deep inside Iranian territory, travel hundreds of kilometers, cross international airspace, and strike within Israel within roughly 10–12 minutes. Iran leverages a saturation tactic, launching many missiles, sometimes coupled with drones, to overwhelm air defenses. Israel's defense architecture is layered and complex. The Iron Dome is designed primarily for short to medium-range rockets and missiles, especially threats from Gaza and Lebanon. Sling, Arrow 2 and Arrow 3 are built to intercept medium to long-range missiles, ballistic threats and high-altitude trajectories. Even so, experts caution that no system is invincible, and saturation attacks pose a serious risk. Israel has reported success rates of 80% to 90% against some waves of Iranian missiles. Yet, those numbers conceal critical caveats. Some missiles did get through, hitting civilian buildings and hospitals even in the heart of Tel Aviv. Experts say the Iron Dome was not originally designed for high-speed ballistic missiles. It's optimized for slower rockets. This barrage didn't occur in a vacuum. Iran maintains it is acting in self-defense following Israeli strikes on its military and nuclear infrastructure. By launching mass missiles, Iran sends a message: it can strike deep into Israeli territory, challenging the notion of invulnerability. For Israel, this is a test of deterrence, both of its ability to respond and to defend. The very sense of security among Israeli civilians has been shaken. Regionally, this escalation has ripple effects. Allies, proxies, and third-party states are all watching closely. Behind the technical talk are real people. In Tel Aviv, residents reported being in shelters for entire nights, schools shut down, and public transport scaled back. Buildings housing civilians, markets, and infrastructure have been hit or damaged. Despite defenses, the psychological toll is enormous. Even if you're safe physically, the sense of "will I be hit next?" affects daily life. If Iran can intermittently pierce Israel's defenses, even a few hits carry big symbolic and strategic weight. Israel now may have to recalibrate: more shelters, more alert status, perhaps conservation of missile defense resources. The risk of further escalation is real. Iran may keep firing, Israel may retaliate, and the cycle could widen, perhaps drawing in proxies like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Gaza-based groups, or even third-party states. Will Israel's air defense remain sustainable under sustained barrage? Each interceptor missile is costly, and saturation might force gaps. Some analysts say the Iron Dome is not built for this scale. For Iran, The key question is whether it can keep supplying and launching mass missiles without depleting its stockpile or exposing its launch sites. Some reports suggest Iran's launches are already slowing. A single missile breach changes deterrence. Israel may respond more aggressively. Iran may feel emboldened. The potential future scenarios are several. In one, limited escalation. Iran reduces launches. Israel maintains defense, and mutual deterrence holds. In another, broader war. One side overreacts, and the conflict expands, drawing in Lebanon, Iraq, or Syria, or perhaps a negotiated pause. Back-channel diplomacy kicks in and third-party states push for de-escalation. In the coming days, watch for further missile launches by Iran, and the frequency, scale and targets will reveal its strategy. Keep an eye on Israel's counterstrikes. Will Israel target Iranian launchers or command sites, possibly inside Iran? Civilian impact will be key. The more civilians are hit, the harder it becomes politically for Israel to respond proportionately and for Iran to sustain attacks without backlash. External powers like the US, Russia, China, and Gulf states may play diplomatic or direct roles. And don't overlook supply chains. Missile barrages are resource-intensive. Iran's ability to maintain them is under strain. In summary, the missile barrage launched by Iran and the strain it is placing on Israel's Iron Dome and wider air defense network represent a serious escalation. This is not just another round of fighting. At the scale, the speed, and the deep penetration of ballistic missiles mark a shift. Israel has shown formidable defensive capabilities, but those capabilities are being tested like never before. Iran, for its part, is proving it can reach into what was once considered a sanctuary. The consequences are stark: higher anxiety among civilians, increased risk of broader regional war, and questions about the future of deterrence in the Middle East. For viewers around the world, this is a moment to watch closely. The conflict between Iran and Israel isn't isolated. It reverberates globally in terms of security, diplomacy, economics and human life. The next few days and weeks could determine whether this is a contained flare-up, or the beginning of something far larger.